Hello and welcome to the mathematics class. This class is for class 7 and chapter that we are discussing is percentage and its applications. This is in continuation to the previous topics of percentage. Now in this we will discuss exercise 9F and in exercise 9F we have topic as simple interest. So first of all, what is the meaning of interest? Interest means is the money which a lender receives from the borrower. Suppose borrower is bank and a person A is a borrower. So this suppose a person A wants 1 lakh rupees for to start any business or for any reason. It means he will approach to the bank. Bank will give 1 lakh rupees after completing the formalities. That is beyond your this. After completing all the formalities, he is getting 1 lakh rupees as loan. Now he has to, since he has taken this 1 lakh rupees, so he has to repay it back. So because the bank has given him some amount for his use, for his personal use, so bank charges some extra amount that is known as interest. To understand for now, means whatever extra amount over rupees 1 lakh this person A is giving back to the bank is known as interest. Interest is always measured in some rate percent. Rate can be some rate percent. Now rate can be 2%, 5%, 10%, 15%. Different rates are there in different categories. So that is suppose he pays 1,20,000 to bank after a fixed time. Suppose he took this for 2 years. Now time is also very important. Bank gives the loan for a certain period of time. So after 2 years, suppose he has repaid 20,000 extra. So this 20,000 is the interest that is being paid by the person to the bank. Now how do we calculate? Now interest is of two types, simple interest and compound interest. In your syllabus it's only simple interest. So what all we need to have in simple interest? Simple interest is principal into rate into time upon 100. This is what we are going to use. Now what is the meaning of P? P stands for principal. Principal is the amount that is borrowed. Amount that is borrowed or the basic amount. The initial amount is always known as principal. And R stands for rate. It is always calculated in percentage and it is fixed by the lender. It is fixed by lender. Whoever lends, it is fixed. It can be 2%, 3%. And then it is time. Time is calculated in years always. Even if it is given in months, if it is given in months, we will divide it by 12. If it is given in days, suppose it is given in months, so months have to be converted into year by dividing it by 12, or sometimes it is given in days, so we divide it by 365 because there are 365 days in a year. So as and when the questions come, I'll be explaining you the terms related to this. So now this is about simple interest. So we need to remember simple interest is equal to principal into rate into time upon 100. Now one more thing is there. Suppose you have to find the amount. So amount is always equal to principal plus interest. Principal, suppose in this case, the person A took 1 lakh rupees from the bank, but at the end, he is paying rupees 1,20,000. Why? 1 lakh was the principal amount and 20,000 was the interest. So interest plus principal is the amount that is given at the end of clearing the clearing the whole balance. Now we move on to the questions. Let's see what is there. First of all, we'll just write the formula properly and then we'll start. Now I have taken question number 1, third part of exercise 9F. They say find the simple interest and amount. So we have to calculate simple interest and amount, both these things. When principal is 850, rate is 1.5% per month. Means in 1 month they are charging 1.5%. So we always calculate rate in per annum, on per annum basis or per year basis. So if for 1 month it is 1.5, so per year it will be 1.5 into 12, because there are 12 months in a year. 12 5 is 60, 18% per annum is the, or per year is the rate of interest, and time is given 1.3 year. 1.3 year means 13. Okay, this can be written as 13 upon 10, so no need to solve this all. Now we need to find the value of interest. We know that interest is equal to PRT upon 100. P is 850, rate we calculated 18%, because we have to always, rate is always calculated on per annum basis, and time is 1.3 upon 100. This is the formula, PRT upon 100, PRT upon 100. Why upon 100? Because rate is in always in percentage, so it is upon 100. So 0 and 0 cancelled, 5 ones are 5, 5 sevens are 35, 5 twos are 10, 2 nines are 18. It means 17 into 13 into 0.90. 0.90. So it is, when we calculate, we are getting simple interest as 198 rupees and 90 paise. Now this is the simple interest. Now we have to find the amount. We know that amount is equal to principal plus interest. Principal was rupees 850 and interest is 198.90. When we add, we will get it as 0.90. 8 and 0 is 8, 9 and 5 14, 4, 8, 1, 9, 1, 10. 1048 is the amount. Now we move on to the next one. Now question number 3 is, in what time? You have to find the time. In what time will rupees 7850, principal is rupees 7850, amount to 8635, rupees 8635, and it is given at 4%, means rate is given at 4% per annum. So you have to find the time, when, in how much time will this rupees convert to this rupees at 4%. Means this is the principal, and after depositing this money in anywhere at 4% per annum, you are getting 8,635 as total money. Means this is the amount and this is the principal. So we can calculate the interest. How will we calculate interest? We know that amount is equal to interest plus principal. Amount is given 8635 is equal to interest. Principal is given 7850. So interest will be 8635 minus 7850. So 8635 minus 7850. 5 minus 0 is 5, and 8 and 5 13. This is 15. 15 7, and this is, so rupees 785 is the interest. Now 785 is the interest. We have got the interest. Rate is given 4%. Principal we know, we have to calculate time. So we can use this first formula. We know that simple interest is equal to principal into rate into time upon 100. Simple interest we have calculated 785. Principal is given 7,850. Rate is 4%. Time we have to find out upon 100. So 0 and 0 cancelled. When you cross multiply this, it will be 785 into 10 is equal to 785 into 4 into time. What we did, we crossed multiply. This 10 is multiplied to 785. So we will get 7850 upon 785 into 4 is equal to T. You can see 785, 10 times is 7850. Now 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10. So time is equal to 5 upon 2 years. 5 upon 2 years means 2 whole and 1 upon 2 years, or 2.5 years, or 2 years and 6 months, whatever you can understand. This is your final answer. Now let's see what is there in the next question. Now we have taken question number 5. Find the sum which will amount. We have to find the sum. Sum stands for principal. Find the sum which amounts to rupees 165.75 and time is given to you in 3.5 years. 3.5 years and the rate is at 3% per annum simple interest. 3% per annum. First 3.5 years can be written as 7 upon 2 years. Now amount is given, principal we have to find out. We know that amount is equal to principal plus interest. So we will use time, rate and all these in form of I want the principal. So it means that principal can be written as amount minus interest. Amount minus interest. Now amount minus interest is there and we know that interest is equal to P into R into T upon 100. So we will assume let principal be denoted by P. We can take X also, but we are taking let the principal is P. So amount is how much? Amount is 165.75 amount minus interest. Interest is principal into rate is 3%, time is 7 upon 2 years and into 100. This is the principal. Now this if you solve 7 3 is 21 upon 2. This is 165.75 minus 21p upon 200 is equal to p. This minus 21p upon 200 comes to this side and gets added. It means this can be written as p plus 21p upon 200. This total terms is brought to this side, so it becomes positive, is equal to 165.75. Now when you take the LCM, LCM will be 200. So this will become 200p plus 21p is equal to 165.75. If you remove this decimal, you have to increase 2 zeros in the denominator. So it will be like this. 200 plus 21 is 221p upon 200 is equal to 16575 upon 100. So value of p will be by cross multiplication 16575 into 200 upon 221 into 100. 0 0 cancelled, 0 0 cancelled. Now 221 is divisible by 11. It means we will see that this is 16575 is divisible by 11 or not. So 16575 is divisible or now this will divide by, this will go by 75. Now 75 into 2 is rupees 150. So the principal was rupees 150. So that is your final value. Now we move on to the next question. Only this 221 will be dividing 16575 and finally you will get 75. So that is 75 into 2 is 150 rupees. Now we move on to the next question. Question number 7 we have taken, that is find the simple interest. We have to find the simple interest. On rupees 450, it means principal is given rupees 450 at 6% per annum. Rate is 6% per annum, but time is given in form of days from 4th August to 16th October. So we will calculate the number of days and then we will divide it by 365. Now how do we calculate the number of days? So August, September and October. In August, the person deposited on 4th. So the day when the money is deposited is not counted. It means August has how many days? 31 days. So 31 minus 4 days. It means 27 days in October. Then September has 30 days. So completely the money was there for 30 days. And 16 days in October because he deposited till 16 days. The time is given from 4th August to 16th September. So all the days in October will be counted, whichever date is given, but the money when it is deposited, we don't consider the date on which the money is deposited. So it was deposited on 4th, so we will subtract 4 days from the total number of days in August. So August has 31 days, 31 minus 4 is 27 days, September 30 days, and it was in the bank till 16th of October. Means 16 days in October the money was there. Now total is 73 days is the total value. Means total number of days is 73 days. Now we know that time is always calculated in years. So to convert it into year, we will divide it by 365. 73 divided by 365. Now it has changed to years. Now we will find, we have been given principal, rate and time. The main objective of the question was to make you understand how do we convert the days into years. So we know that simple interest is equal to P into R into T upon 100, principal into rate into time. Principal is rupees 440, rate is 6%, that will be 6 upon 100, and time is 73, 6 upon 100 and into 365. 3 5s are 15. This 73 5s is 365. 0 and 0 cancelled. 5 9s are 45. 5 9s are 45. 9 6s are 54 upon 10. That will be rupees 5.4 or we can say 5.40. So the interest for the above data is rupees 5.40. That is the final value. Now we move on to the next question. Now question number 8 is, if the rate of interest is reduced from 5% to 3.5%, means the interest has been decreased from 5% to 3.5%. You have to find the decrease in half year's interest. Half year's interest, it means time is given to you how much? 1 upon 2 year. Find the decrease in half year's interest. Time is given to you for half year on rupees 540. This 540 is principal given to you. It means you have to find the change in interest when rate was from 5% to 3.5%. First we will calculate interest on 5%. I am writing SI1. So principal is rupees 540. Time is 1 upon 2 years and rate of interest is 5%. That is 5 upon 100. Or you can write it like this. 0 and 0 cancel. 2 2s are 4, 2 7s are 14, 5 2s are 10. That becomes 27 upon 2. It means 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6.5. 13.50 was the interest when this is when a rate is 5%. Now we will calculate SI second, or second case we are taking interest as 3 whole 1 upon 2. 3 whole 1 upon 2 means 3 to 7 upon 2% means principal is again same 540. Rate time is again 1 upon 2 years, but rate of interest is 7 upon 2 and it will be upon 100. P R, this is R, this is P and T upon 100. So like this. Now when you solve it out, 0 and 0 cancelled. Now 54, 2, 27 is 54. Now 7 7s are 49, 4, 7 to the 14 and 4 18. 189 upon 20. We will divide 189 by 20 and that will be coming as rupees 9.45. This is the interest when the rate was 3 whole 1 upon 2%. So now this is the interest when rate was 3.5%. This is the interest when rate is 5%. They say find the decrease in half year's interest. So how much decrease is there? So decrease in half year's interest is from 13.5 it decreased to 9.45. So that will be rupees, this is the decrease. When you subtract 13.5 minus 4, so 5 and 13 minus 4, 4 rupees and 5 paisa is the decrease in interest. Now we move on to the next question. Question number 9 says rupees 160 amounts to rupees 166 in 8 months. How much will it amount in 1 year at the same rate of interest? It means rate is not given. So first we will find the rate of interest from the first case, and from the first case we will put the rate of interest in the second, and then we will find out the amount. So in the first case, case 1, what they say, first we will calculate the interest. Interest we know is amount minus principal. Amount is 166 and principal is 160. It means interest is rupees 6. Now we know that interest is equal to principal into rate into time upon 100. Time is given as 8 months. It will be 8 upon 12 years because time is always calculated in years. Interest is rupees 6. Principal is 160. So 160 into rate we do not know. Time is 8 upon 12 and since it was 8%, so upon 100. PRT, PR is in percent, so R upon 100 and time is 8 upon 12. Now when we solve it, 0 and 0 will cancel. 4 2s are 8, 4 3s are 12, 2 5s are 10, when you cross multiply, or this can be written as 6 is equal to 16 into r upon 5 threes are 15, implies that r is equal to, cross multiply, 6 into 15 upon 16. So 2 threes are 6, 2 eights are 16, 15 threes are 45 upon 8% is the rate of interest. So we got rate of interest as 45 upon 8%. Now we will not convert it into a mixed fraction because we will be using it. Now in the second case, they ask find the case 2. They say find the amount. We have to calculate the amount when its principal, and principal was rupees 160. What will it amount? The statement says find to what it will amount in 1 year at the same rate of interest. So time is given to you as 1 year, and rate of interest is from the previous case, that is 45 upon 8%. In order to find out the amount, first we will find out the interest, and that interest will be added to the principal. So interest we know, principal that is 160, rate that is 45 upon 8%, that will be 100, means into 100, and time is 1 year. So time is always in year, so it will be 1 like this, or you can write it upon 8 into 100, either that way. Now 8 2s are 16, so 20, 20 5s are 100, so 5, 5 9s are 45. It means interest is 9 rupees. So amount, we know amount is principal plus interest. Principal is 160 and plus 9 rupees was the interest. So amount will become 169. So it will amount to rupees 160 will amount to rupees 169 in 1 year at same rate of interest. And what was the rate of interest? 45 upon 8%. Now we move on to the next question. Now the question number 10, it says at what rate will rupees 100 double itself in 7 years? It means when it doubles itself, it means it will convert to amount. So amount is given to us as rupees 200, but it is hidden. Double of 100 is 200. So you have to find out in 7 years rupees 100 becomes 200 at what rate. So it means we have to calculate rate. To calculate rate, I need interest, and we know interest is equal to amount minus principal. Amount is 200, principal is 100, so interest becomes rupees 100. It means in 7 years at what rate percent will I get rupees 100? So we know that interest is equal to principal into rate into time upon 100. Interest is 100, that is what I want. Principal is also rupees 100. Rate we have to calculate, time is 7 upon 100. Now when you cross multiply, this will be 100 into 100 is equal to 700 R. Imply will become 100 into 100 upon 700, 00 cancelled, it is 100 upon 7. So 7 ones are 7, 30, 7 fours are 28, 29, 30. 2 upon 7% is the required rate of interest. Finished off with this exercise. In the next exercise, there are all the questions which are based on this simple interest. So in that we'll be meeting in the next class, and only one exercise left, that also we'll be doing. By that time you all will finish these questions in your fair notebooks and the questions which are left in the practice notebook. So stay blessed, stay healthy, stay at home, and keep revising, keep studying. Thank you.